It's like, if you cook the chicken on top of the rice, oh, it's really good, because then the juices from the chicken flow down on the rice, and it's so good, you don't even have to season it. Get a lot of those mouth sounds. It's really good.
Alright, welcome to episode 8.
Yep. This is Swamp Things I Hate About You. I'm Merrill.
And I'm Eric.
And today, as he said, we're going to be talking about episode 8 of the classic 1990s series Swamp Thing.
Oh, it's been good so far.
This episode is titled Natural Enemy. And, I think Eric's got a synopsis for us today.
Yes, I've got the basic synopsis.
Yeah, pretty simple one today, nothing too complicated.
So basically episode started off with Swamp Thing and Jim learning about stuff in the swamp, and they, creep up upon what's kind of like I call it the danger zone.
Yeah, it's got a lot of weird red plants, and it kind of
the red aura in that area was definitely...
It kind of looks like it was filmed on a set.
And Swamp Thing warns Jim to stay away from there. And then we go into the opening credits. After opening credits...
No, that was after opening credits.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, because
okay. That's right.
Opening credits was
it's just the fly.
It's just a bug. Yeah, it's just a bug going buzz.
So then, anyway, Jim goes back, of course, and gets a little bitey bite from a little mutant fly thing. And immediately, well, the next scene, we don't know how much time passed, is incapacitated from the fly bite. So he's rushed to the hospital, and while in the hospital, Arcane, or Anton Arcane gives a little visit, has some questions and words with the doctors about what's up. Doctor basically thinks it's a hybrid of some sort, which totally screams Anton Arcane. So anyway, Arcane sneaks in later on the late shift and actually inspects Jim a little bit more closely and confirms, I believe, pretty much what...
That's the weird part, is that's like...
You don't really know what he was
Yeah, he just
doing.
looked at it and then just left. Kind of insulted the nurse and then left.
But anyway, then... Meanwhile, Swamp Thing sneaks into the hospital as well in an attempt to basically help Jim, but keeps getting thwarted around every turn by his own stupidity mostly, too.
He locks himself out.
And then during that same night, Teresa gets attacked by another fly, possibly the same fly, and has herself a little bug fight for about, I don't know, a good 3 minutes, 4 minutes almost.
Yeah, it's a while.
Yeah, bug fight takes a while. After she gets bit, there's a big commotion, and the doctor is basically on the mission to make this antidote. And Swamp Thing finally gets in through the ceiling and gives Jim a secret little Mountain Dew drip to heal him, just as the doctor is figuring out a cure for everything. So Swamp Thing slips away just in time, Jim recovers, and
then it's revealed that Swamp Thing's like, I know. Swamp Thing says to no one,
I know that you made the bug, Anton Arcane. You will not.
Basically, you won't.
Yeah.
You're trying to pervert the swamp, but I won't let you. And that's the end. I really liked the doctors in this episode. They were...
Dr. Hasselhoff or which doctor? Or Dr. Arcane?
No, the Dr. Hasselhoff and the one with the beard.
Okay.
But specifically, what is it? So that doctor, the specialist that they brought in, the infectious whatever and specialist. His first line is like he's specifically overworked because he's just like, yeah, do you mind scooting over so I can sit down next to you? I've been on my feet since dawn yesterday.
And
it's just like, is this the best guy to be watching over your kids? He sounds like he's exhausted then.
Also, on a side note, Dawn Yesterday is a really awkward but kind of fun lady stage name.
Yeah. Dawn Yesterday. Singing all the greatest hits.
With her eyes half open.
And then there was the weird thing where the doctor and Tressa or whatever go into Jim's room to have a conversation about if Jim's going to die. And they could have completely had that conversation just outside the door. They didn't have to go into his room.
We need to go into his room and discuss this in there around him.
Because his mom's just like, is Jim going to die? And the doctor's just like, we don't know.
Let's say it in front of him.
Yep.
See, what else? Man. There was a few moments in this one that were pretty
Swamp Thing locking himself out.
Oh god,
that was really funny because it's just like, oh, so you can't just break the door?
Call upon the powers of the swamp?
Yeah.
Well, obviously breaking the door though would be loud. You can't be loud.
Yeah, that'd be real obvious.
No being loud.
So
the bug fight. God,
the bug fight was hilarious. It was a woman flailing against the air
with no bug in sight the entire scene. There was, I mean, I get that bugs are small and that it's like, it's a tiny little enemy that you can't really see. But if there was just anything that she was swatting at in any of those scenes, except for the one at the very end when there's a fly on the table.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or on the wall or wherever the hell it landed.
They did a bunch of those like close-ups of the fly, where it was super close-up, so you couldn't tell exactly. You could tell you're looking at a weird slimy bug thing, but you couldn't tell like where it was in relation to anything else or how big it was compared to anything.
Was so close it almost looked like the bug was in like a nightclub. And
yeah, it looked like the bug was in a completely different completely different location. That's the thing that really gets me. I actually do like about this show is it has a lot of good practical effects, a lot of good like special effects makeup. With the bug, it was like that was actually a cool puppet or whatever they made for it.
Yeah, definitely a puppet bug or something like that, but he was fuzzy.
Yeah. He
was made out of, some material.
It was made out of stuff. It wasn't just a CGI special effects creature. Which...
It actually reminded me of the bug on the Yes album, Mosquito.
Oh.
It looks very much like it.
Bug. Maybe that's where they got it from. Depending on when the album came out, maybe Swamp Thing got it from them, or they got it from Swamp Thing.
They would have stolen it. That came out within the last 5 years.
Okay, then yeah, they probably got it on like a resale auction because that is now the confirmed canon is that those are the same bugs, the one from that album cover and the one from this episode.
No, I shouldn't have brought it up.
Stop hitting yourself! Oh my god. Eric, don't slap yourself in the face.
Oh, you can't see what's really happening here.
Audio jokes. Let's see. Oh yeah, the two nurses were... So when Swamp Thing was hiding, the two nurses were having a very poorly dubbed over conversation about chicken and rice, yeah. It's like, if you cook the chicken on top of the rice... Oh, it's really good because then the juices from the chicken flow down on the rice, and it's so good you don't even have to season it. It's like you should season it a little bit.
Yeah, cream of mushroom or something at least.
But it's just like that is such a boring conversation. But I also found myself like wanting to hear the start of it, so it's like.
How did they get into chicken and rice?
Is this a good, or not even that? It's just like, is this a good chicken and rice recipe? I want to make that. What kind of dish you put it in? What temperature?
Casserole dish.
What temperatures are you cooking at?
Oh, chicken and rice is now sounding really good.
Put a little salt, a little pepper, maybe a little.
Oh, the crispy sides.
But yeah, the crispy sides.
Okay.
Oh, like some oven roasted potatoes.
I
guess the thing with chicken and rice is that it's basically you don't really need sides with it. It's you got chicken and you got rice.
Yeah.
But it'd be good with like some like roasted peppers. Roasted red peppers.
Ooh, food.
Food, yes.
Ooh. In general, those secretaries were really inept at the moment too, because they did not see Swamp Thing sneaking into Jim's room.
I have to imagine that it's like Swamp Thing. I feel like Swamp Thing has like a really wet footprint, so like yeah, yeah. So he's just because he's like he's made of plants, so he has to be really heavy too. And I just always assume he's also just constantly waterlogged, so he's just always leaving this kind of gross, muddy trail behind him. How does he get into the ceiling?
Without getting any swamp on the ceiling or the walls.
Yeah, how does he fucking like Ninja Gaiden his way into the ceiling or fucking
in a 100-pound swamp suit? I mean, it's not a suit technically in the show, but things. That hospital needs to hire some new staff.
Yeah. Well,
keep the infectionists, diseased or bug bite doctor, whatever the hell that guy was. But let's get some new secretaries and.
It seems like the doctor, the bearded doctor, he did all the work. He actually made the cure. He discovered it and made it. He synthesized it.
Synthesizers.
But the the infectious disease doctor, all he seemed to do was really identify that it wasn't a snake bite because snake bites just contain one venom. And this contains multiples, so it has to be a hybrid. But it doesn't go into what
anything.
What does that a hybrid? What? Though?
Yeah, it's not. Is it a bee and a fly? Is it a?
I just figured.
Blah blah blah. And a woo woo woo.
I figured the bug is.
Those were words. Yeah.
But I figure the bug is like some mix of all the bad bugs together in one bug. Because that would be so evil.
Oh, yeah. Part mosquito, part bumblebee, part June bug, part cricket, part spiders.
Part cicada. So
spiders, plural.
Oh, yeah. But low point for me this episode would be the lack of Dr. Arcane.
Compared to last?
I know. Compared to last episode where we had none, but it still left me wanting more because he was just there for was just there for a scene.
He was there just to basically be an antagonist and didn't really get any idea of what was going on or anything like that. It was just
if you took out the fact that
I'm here getting in the way.
If you took out the fact he wasn't even in the way, he didn't hinder them from healing them.
He was just there to critique them, basically,
But it was. If you took out Arcane and you took out Swamp Thing, this episode would have gone the exact same way, except for the biggest difference is Jim would have been healed by science or medicine,
and it might have taken an extra week.
Maybe.
Well,
but it seemed like the bug followed him.
Yeah, the bug was spiteful.
Yeah. That bug was full of spite.
Spite bug.
I guess that's where they really are. Natural enemy.
Whoa!
Singular, because there was only one bug.
Yes, singular. One hybrid fly.
This actually would have totally killed Jim if like an EMT driver would have just like swatted the bug or something on the way out. Jim wouldn't be fucking dead right. Oh no, Teresa would be dead right now. Jim would be fine.
Okay. So I wonder if do you think? I mean, I know you might know, but I'm wondering if we're ever going to see that part of the swamp again.
I have no clue. I know we're at the same point now. I'm not ahead at all. It's all surprises to me coming up, except for that one thing.
Except for that one.
My words exactly.
Yes. So what do you give it?
What's our scale again? Is it a 5 or is it a 10? I think it's 10.
10 swamps or whatever your unit of grading.
Give it 7.5.
7.5 what's?
Evil bugs.
Ooh. 7.5 evil bugs. I give it 6 Gilbert Gottfrieds. Because I picture that bug talking in Gilbert Gottfried voice.
Oh, hi, Jim!
Basically in the bug fight the whole time, just fucking with Teresa.
Come
on, put him up! You got 2 left hands here, 2 left feet!
I was in Aladdin!
Or the guy, oh man. Yeah, yep. By the way, on the note of Gilbert Gottfried, I'm going to give a little hint to anybody who may be purchasing a goat in the near future of their life. The greatest goat name ever possible is Gilbert Gottfried.
The only thing I'll say about that is you don't want that information getting too public.
I don't care at this point.
There'll be too many Gilbert Gottfrieds.
I don't think I'm going to ever...
And the name won't be special. Imagine your kid.
You know, I'm already regretting. I'm regretting saying it. However, I don't see myself ever getting a goat. And if I ever meet somebody else who's just like, "Oh yeah, check out my goat. Its name's Gilbert Gottfried."
But imagine you taking your kid, and kid is a child goat in this term. To goat school, and he shows up. And
it's a class full of gills?
It's a class full of gills.
Oh my god. I can't.
Yeah, because he's not going to go by... There's going to be one that goes by gill, one that goes by...
But the general public is going to be more on the idea, I feel like, of calling it Bill or something like that. Oh, its name is Bill Goat, or, you know.
That's the thing is... Yeah, there'd be one that goes by Gilbert, one that goes by Gil, one that goes by Gilbert Gottfried, the whole thing. And that's 3 of them. So if he's in a class with more than 3, he's getting a nickname.
But that class is going to be more full of Billies. Hey, this is my kid, Billy.
Yeah.
Billy the Kid.
But that only works for so long, and then they're...
Holland Goats.
Oh, that's a good one. No, that's Holland Goats is a team up of a pack mule and a goat.
Oh, dude, they came out with a new album. Ew.
They?
Oh, fuck. That is bad.
I thought
they weren't good to begin with. There's never like a time when they were a good band, but now they're like some auto-tuned, like sounding like some R&B bullshit.
I thought it was a thing of Hall was the more talented one and did the thing that the more talented one does and go solo.
No, Holland was his first name. I was waiting for that.
You rascal.
So what's new?
Not a whole bunch. They announced those new Fallout, and that will date this episode for sure.
Hell yeah,
that
happened. 76.
Yeah, don't know anything else about it, so this will be a time capsule of ignorance.
Yep. Well, that'll be fun then, in its own way.
This part might just get cut out.
Anything new on this end? Oh, I missed a bit on a really cool transistor radio last night.
Oh, man.
Almost scooped myself a nice, 58 RCA Victor little portable one. But it went for just under $40, so I'm kind of skeezed about that. Does that have been a steal? Well, what actually just under $40 and then like another 12 to ship, so like 50-ish.
Not bad.
But it would have been a little bit more than the one I've got up in my room. But
I don't know if I can do stuff now that I'm just so used to the Amazon Prime, where it's just like I could get it a little bit cheaper here, but I'll end up eating that savings and shipping. Or I can just spend like $1 more, and it's just like, yeah, and it'll be here in 2 days. But then it's also the thing when you think about it is just like the terrible conditions of working in an Amazon warehouse.
Oh God, I bet.
Yeah.
Amazon people, I feel for you.
I feel bad for you, but when it's like 3 a.m. and I'm like, oh, I do want that thing, whatever that thing is, and it's like I would like it soon.
I have to wonder what it's like. This company, this music instrument company, well, I guess audio equipment company, Behringer, just created a factory city pretty much in China, and they're gonna be mass producing. Like they do a lot of like analog. They're doing a lot of like analog synth remakes. So their big one recently was a Moog clone, and now they just did, I think it was it an 808 clone? I think it's an 808 clone. But basically just cloning $1,000 synths and giving them at an affordable price. But doing all of that work by hand and putting all of that all of those electronics together by hand obviously takes a lot of manpower and a lot of time, and that's why you don't see mass productions done so much, because getting that same quality and everything like that is tedious work. So it's gonna be, they've got literally a city factory that these people are gonna be living in and have everything like they need. And
there isn't just like a specialized assembly line robot that will make all this stuff,
right? And
it's like, if there is, it's just like, it's still expensive.
You run into a lot of problems because if something goes wrong, you come down to the end of it and you go to flip the thing on and it doesn't flip on, you didn't have somebody there to have any idea of what could have possibly gone wrong. A machine was there with no memory of it. So
yeah, it just remembered that
if it screws up, it's not. If it screws up, regardless of it screwing up, it thinks it did a perfect job.
Yeah.
And a person could be like, "Well, I did sneeze 4 hours ago. Maybe it'll be in, maybe the hiccup will be over here."
Did you see the video of the robot arm playing snooker?
No, I don't think so.
It's not as cool. It's cool, but it's not as cool as it sounds.
Okay.
Because it's not like it's breaking, or I thought it was, when I first saw the video, I thought it was gonna like break and do some actual complicated math with it, but it's like, no, it's just a pre-programmed in thing.
Okay.
But it grabs the cue, or the cue ball, and then grabs a red ball out of a pocket and sets it in front of it and lines up the shot, and then just like a little raise up and down.
Nice.
Yeah. But I went into the comments of it, and apparently it's just like, Yeah, no. The hardest thing about that is the initial placement of the cue ball. It's just making sure it's in the right place because everything else is just like it's just automated. It's just
yeah, I suppose. But if that cue ball's out of place, then you're just gonna miss cue or
that's what they're saying. Like the hardest part is getting it so that the cue ball goes back into the right place after you hit it.
Interesting. That takes a virtual opponent to a different level.
Yeah. So do you wanna play us out?
No, I don't want. No, not this time. I gotta prepare something for that. Eventually, I can theme us out.
All right. I think we're about 25 minutes.
Not bad.
Yeah. This one was a simpler episode. Didn't have a lot. Didn't have a lot of moving layers to it.
Not really. Just kind of watching Jim sick in the hospital.
Yep. It was. I'd almost call this like a bottle episode.
I would say so.
It's like, we got this abandoned
hospital. It didn't really leave the hospital.
Yeah, it seems like, we got this abandoned hospital to shoot in. Let's make our time with it.
Oh, man. That's how that works.
All right. So, I guess until next time.
Yeah, until next time.
Keep it swampy.
Keep it swampy. Have swampy seconds.
Ugh. Those are very bad outros.
Yeah.